Hi everyone, Steve and Daniele here, holistic health coach and founder of Team E4. Today I am going to be giving a book review of Charles Poliquin's The Poliquin Principles. Just a little bit about the author. Charles Poliquin is one of the most accomplished strength coaches in the world, and he has worked with numerous Olympic medalists as well as world record holders. The one thing that I love about this book is that it's easy to follow, and at the same time there's enough scientific information to back up what he states in the book that there is a lot of really good practical information that one can obtain from reading this book. Some of the topics that Charles Poliquin covers in this book are repetitions, sets, tempo, and rest periods. These are a lot of things that people will overlook when designing a program. For example, a lot of people don't realize that there is an inverse relationship between repetitions and sets. Generally speaking, the more repetitions one performs, the less sets you are going to perform. And inversely, the more sets you perform, the less repetitions you are going to perform. Another thing is a lot of people have a misconception about tempo when they are training. A lot of people will pay attention only to the number of reps and sets they perform, but they don't really put any thought into tempo. When you are performing an exercise, there are 4 different parts of the exercise to take into consideration. There is the eccentric phase, that is the lowering phase of the weight. So for example, if you are doing a squat, the eccentric would be when you are squatting down to the ground. Then you have the bottom portion of the exercise. That is where you are at the bottom position. Once you have gotten to the bottom position, you have the concentric phase or the lifting phase. That is, for example, for the squat, the part where you would stand up. And then you have the end of the exercise. For example, if you were to have a 2-1-2-1 tempo for the squat pattern, you would be squatting down for 2 seconds, pausing for 1 second at the bottom, squatting up for 2 seconds, and then pausing for 1 second at the top. This is often something that is overlooked in training, and without giving a specific tempo, the training effect that you will get from an exercise will be very different. For example, let's say, take the squat again, you are performing 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions of a squat. Well, if you are performing 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions at a 1-0-1-0 tempo, so just going down 1 second, coming up 1 second, that's going to be a very different effect on your body that you would if you were doing a 4-0-XO tempo. In a 1-0-1-0 tempo, you are holding the repetition anywhere from 16 to 24 seconds. In a 4-0-XO tempo, you are holding the position anywhere from 32 seconds to 48 seconds. That small difference in the tempo of the exercise is going to make a big impact in your program design and in the results you get from that given exercise that you are prescribing. Another aspect of program design that is commonly overlooked is that there is an inverse relationship between repetitions performed and total amount of rest time. Generally speaking, the more repetitions of an exercise you are going to perform, the less rest you are going to need because you are using a lighter weight, so therefore your muscles don't need as much time to recover. Inversely, the heavier the weight you are using and the less repetitions you are performing, the longer rest you are going to need in order for your body to recover properly. People also overlook the relationship of the number of repetitions to the training effect that is given. For example, if you are performing at 85 to 100% of your maximum, that is going to be generally relative strength that you are recruiting. If you are going to be performing anywhere from the high 70s to 85%, you're generally working maximal strength and hypertrophy. From 70% to about 77%, it's mostly going to be hypertrophy gains, and it's also going to lead to an increased maximal strength. And from 60% to 69%, you are generally working strength endurance gains. Again, all these are general principles. Once you realize the principles and you understand the concepts behind them, you can then break them. The other great thing about this book is it also has some information about nutrition on it. It will discuss some pre-workout nutrition and also post-workout nutrition. There's also a lot of really good programs in here. There are routines for chest, back, arms. Every body part there is a routine in this book that one can perform. One thing though, if you do choose to perform the programs that are outlined in this book, again, you don't want to just do one program and stick with that program for the rest of your life. Otherwise, your body is going to adapt to that program and you're going to stop seeing results. If you do choose to try the programs in this book, try the programs and then use the principles that are found in this book to modify those programs. So change the repetitions, the amount of sets, the rest, and the time under tension for maximal results. Any coach or anyone who is just looking to further their knowledge base on program design should definitely include this book in their library. It is a great book to have, and the first book that I recommend to any coach that asks me, what book they should purchase if they want to learn how to program design. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked what you saw today, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And next week I will be giving a book review of Your Body's Many Cries for Water. Thanks, and I'll see you again next week.